Hello, we're going to do a reading for Cuddly here, and this is to accommodate for the choppy stream quality. We just started kind of talking about the reading, and we're kind of navigating what the question might be. And there's been a few messages coming in tonight about, there being this kind of energy just in between the readings. We've been getting some cards that are suggesting there was an end to something, kind of a cutting off of a friendship or connections, and there being this kind of resurgence, or almost like it's coming back around again. So a kind of classic message, but at the same time it's a little bit more about, and I think Cuddly, kind of, you put in the chat there something that really did resonate with the cards that were coming in. It's that a re-entering, so old practices start coming back in, and it's like those old, it's what's cut off isn't necessarily a relationship with someone or with a community. It would be the way you relate with, and so that changed. You changed the way you relate with someone, and that's what, you can't change someone else, but you can change how you relate with someone else. And it looks to me like right here, this Temperance card is kind of really reflecting, it's that you make a certain decision to relate to something differently. And then sometimes those old patterns come back, but it's almost like they come back and you wouldn't notice quite yet that they came back. Or something comes back, the High Priestess, just like that. I don't want to peek in the old rabbit hole. I want to go in another one that feels more expansive. Got you, right? So the community was kind of like, and there's that spoonful of sugar. There's like that kind of being sweet. I see. I feel like, okay, is it possible that I'm reading that maybe somebody from that community has recently reached out and they've been super sweet because they kind of recognized why they got cut off, and now they've come back being super sweet, and you know full well that that's not an indication that anything has changed over there. It's almost, or you know full well something. What does it mean when somebody kind of comes back with a sweetness to them? They just want to... The Empress. You know what's good for you. The King of Cups. What's good for you is good for someone else. I feel like there's something about somebody kind of putting two and two together in the Temperance card here. Maybe it's a particular person, or maybe it's just generally how people are treating you from that community, but there's something about how there's something of a fairness here, almost in reasoning a little bit, that like you know what's good for you. And I feel like the Six of Wands is suggesting that it's good for you to have some kind of a standard of peace and easiness with people. And it might be the case over here that if somebody has put two and two together, that's what you need, and it's what's good for them as well, then when they come back around, or when this energy comes back around, they're going to be ready to provide that. It's almost glazing over something, like there's a potential for something kind of strange in here, but I do feel like it's genuine. It's almost like this is an assumption. The Six of Wands is about intentions, and it's about having this kind of view of you as like somebody's basically in this spread. There's somebody who's saying you were right. Six of Wands, you were right. It is much better when we're all getting along. It is much better when we have a baseline of just niceness and easiness. And it is better for me, is what this energy is saying. It is better for me when everything is nice and easy, and for the most part. Yeah, there's hard moments, difficult moments, but really what I engage with just comes back to me, and what's good for me emotionally is to focus on what feels sweet and wonderful. It's almost like a positive. And it stands to reason in here in this assumption. It's almost like it's good and fair. It's very self-serving and also very self-sustaining. And very... The High Priestess and the Empress are kind of talking about, you know what's good for you in your environment. And whoever comes into your environment it's going to be good for them too. And if it's not good for them, then it's best that they're not around. That's what it's kind of saying, like, it would have to be good for someone else too. So there's a little bit of a, if we're kind of riding off of that message of kind of cutting off, like kind of getting, distancing from people who aren't this way, it's kind of fair to allow space to say, well, maybe they'll come back around and maybe they will like realize, you know, that it is actually better for everybody. It's better for me and it's better for them. The type of people who are going to be around you moving forward are the type of people that are kind of, it's also good for them to be this way. It might not be good for everybody to be this way, but it's good for them to be this way as well. So it's like like-minded people, like-spirited people. I wonder where it goes from here. Because it seems to me like somebody's coming back around and they've kind of realized that you were right. That's what I want to know about it. Is this somebody real, or is this like more the imagined? The Star and the Eight of Wands. So this is kind of going to speak to the last reading too, the anonymous reading that you'll be able to find on YouTube as well. This was the last card that kind of came out to say, like, well, then, you know, hurt people, and sometimes people intentionally hurt you. And there's that kind of like moment where you really feel like somebody tried their best to hurt you, and it's like that moment of ultimate kind of recognition of what triggered behavior, or like, you know, trauma responses, stuff like that. I don't know. I can't really speak to all that exactly because I'm not exactly qualified to do that, but I would say that this is kind of themes that come up quite a bit for anybody who's interested in, you know, the kind of stuff we're talking about right now. This is a reassurance for you, Six of Wands. Moving forward, that if you stay true to who you are, and you recognize that you need what you need, and this is, I feel like, in the form of like peace and easiness. It's that first message that we got about there's being this certain level of sweetness to things, like this desire to make things pleasant. That it's maybe not for everybody, but for who it's for, those are the types of people who are going to be with you, coming along with you moving forward. And when this kind of starts to play out, when you do start to kind of like drop these bombs, basically demand that things are the way, and kind of start cutting out what isn't allowing you to have that in your life. There's a statement here that you're serving a purpose no matter what way you go. If they don't follow you, it wasn't going to be good for them anyway. So it's kind of better that they didn't follow you. And when they do follow you, even if they like, at first they don't follow you and then they come back around and they realize, like, you know what, it is true. It is like, that is the way I want to be. They come back around, then you kind of, it's almost like an ultimatum sometimes does do it, you know, and it's not to control other people's behavior. It's to control and curate your own experience. You want for things to be a certain way. Maybe not total control, but also, there's a certain baseline level of pleasantness. I don't know if you can see this, TLC, but for me, you're no longer here. Oh, shoot. I'm going to type I can see. And also, I'm recording. The stream quality tonight is something. So for this, the last message for the anonymous reading as well, it's the general purpose of things, that there is a general purpose in things. When you are ruthless about going after what you want, and you succeed in going after what you want, and you succeed in being around the types of people that resonate with the types of ways of life that you want to lead, then no matter, it's the ruthlessness isn't to control other people, it is to invite those who align with you to come with you, and to kind of tell everybody else who isn't aligning with you to kind of like step out of the way. It's better for them anyway. If they don't want to be the way that you want to be, fair enough. Everybody's got a choice to do whatever they want to do, and some people, that's not going to be their path. You're carving your path by, like, the types of people who are going to help you find more of your path, are the types of people who are going to be aligning with the types of things that you find to be pleasant and loving. Not always pleasant, but definitely there's an element of it. There's an element of what feels like good fun. It is fun. To lead a fun life, you have to pursue fun. And so be ruthless about how much fun you pursue is kind of the message. Your kind of fun isn't necessarily everybody's kind of fun, but your kind of fun is going to be a lot of fun for the type of people who also have that kind of fun. Something's coming up for you that's like super, it's a lot of fun. Hi, Jersey. Welcome to the choppy sea stream. We're currently floating on a choppy sea on a boat. And so the sea is super choppy. Ace of Pentacles. There's the onion. And that was from the first readings too. This is kind of the layers of the onion. As you're peeling back, there's something about maybe you don't understand quite why you distance yourself from something, maybe even in December. It's more that as you begin to go toward the things that are more suited for you, you're going to start to see more and more purpose to the ruthlessness that you maybe had. If you're going in the right direction, it will take care of itself. This maybe twinge of guilt or something that you have for, like, distancing yourself from something that really wasn't feeling like the way you should be going. And as you start to discover a little bit more, like interacting with people who are aligned with the things that you believe in, obviously be careful about your own echo chambers and stuff like that. But when this comes to like just the general level of niceness and sweetness that people offer each other on a daily basis, the way that people curate, the way we have to make choices of what we share. We only have so many hours in a day, and there are way more things to share than there are hours in the day to share them. And it's what you choose to focus on your day-to-day. And the types of people you're aligning with are the types of people who are comfortable in your presence as you choose to focus on the things that fulfill you and make you feel like you're going in the right direction, kind of thing. So I feel like we just got a general message for you of keep going. You're doing it. And also, remind yourself from time to time that no matter what way you slice it, it's going to be good for everybody. You being authentic is the best thing for everybody involved. That's basically it. Of sorts, Jersey, yes. Of sorts. Definitely cruising from one place to another. We dock tomorrow. So we're going to the port tomorrow. We're almost there. It's been a while. Queen of Wands here for you as well. And the Six of Wands. There we go. There's somebody especially who's here to praise your success. Cuddly, I feel like this is what you're getting a message about. You might be asking about you said something about looking down the old rabbit hole, and this is kind of more like there's somebody here who's going to encourage you to keep going. Beyond me, maybe I'm part of it, but there's something more too. There's somebody who's going to be here along shortly, who sees that you're doing this thing, that you're being more and more authentic, and being willing to kind of distance as well as approach. And so it almost takes, you can focus on the distancing, or you can focus on what you're approaching. And you're not just approaching the new people that are more aligned with you, you're also approaching a situation that's better for anybody who wasn't aligning with you. It's better for you to step out of their way. If they're not aligning with you, you're not helping them on their path either, Page of Pentacles. Somebody's going to offer you something of an encouragement. It's a token of encouragement coming up really soon. When? I get a when. Right here, 9 of Cups. Whenever you want. Whenever you want it. Look at this. And this is like, do you see the two, like, Palmador there? They want to give you, hang on. It's very important that you get this message I'm getting. So I'm glad I'm recording it. 4 of Swords. Somebody who wants to give you what you want. And you're sleeping. In your sleep. Dreaming? Am I getting dreaming? Whatever you want? Dreaming what you want. Like dreaming about, somebody comes to you in your dream. Have you dreamt about somebody? Oh, okay. Yeah, it keeps refreshing. I know, I see it too on my page that it's like, it's really having trouble staying stable. Queen of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. Okay. I'm getting something for you. Very important message. So we're recording this and it'll be uploaded by tomorrow. Whenever you want, you can ask for this next piece in a dream. It's almost like somebody's going to tell you something in a dream. There is a guide here who wants to give you the next piece of the puzzle. And it's only when you're ready, whenever you want it, it's going to be here for you. And it's almost like that doesn't stop there. It's whenever you want it. Because I asked when, and it said whenever you go to sleep, whenever you dream. So there's something of like, you're going to be telling yourself something. It's you go to sleep and you, it reverses. It's almost, can we say that your dreams are your guides in this situation? Because when you go to sleep, you become the guide. There's something guiding you in your dreams. You may have dreamt of someone in particular, giving you a particular object. If you've done that, then this person is going to be very important in your life. And there's something more, is to say that you can ask your guide, your dreams, to tell you where to go next, to give you some knowledge. There is knowledge available for you whenever you're ready for it and whenever you want it. And that's the benefit of being more authentically yourself, is that now your dreams are about you. Now your dreams are reflecting what you want, not what other people want, what you want. And that, it's like the benefit is so huge that quite literally your sleeping dreams are going to be giving you guidance before you even find the next group of people who are going to be kind of your new people, your new community. I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to stop the reading there and hope that you get this message in due time. Thanks so much. And if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to check out the other readings. Lots of good stuff tonight. Bye.